So just last week, we were talking about how Jada Pinkett Smith has her husband Will Smith down bad via her new book and autobiography, Worthy, that is set to come out very soon, where she professed her forever love for Tupac and posted a video of them dancing around to one of Will's biggest hits, proclaiming that their three souls were forever intertwined. And much like a music artist doing promo for a new album, Jada has been going around doing interviews to promote her tell-all book. And to me, it really be the last straw for Will, as he has stood by this woman's side while she has made him look like a clown over and over and over again. He himself released a book about his life just last year, and he did not embarrass or expose her a single time within the hundreds of pages. If anything, I feel like he just propped her up and tried to make her look as good as possible. And so far, pretty much everything we know about her book has just been these very small excerpts, and Will is already getting crushed once again. So I'm sure there is much more dirty laundry to be spilled into these virtual streets. Smith reveals that she and Will Smith have been separated since 2016 apparently, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true? Right. Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives. Yeah. It was not a divorce on paper, right, but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago, yes, y'all have been apart. Nah, man. Going like this with the talks to him in private, I would say don't just start filming me without asking me, oh my goodness, if you confess, say, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness. Don't. Mana, she because she don't just. Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused the team with him? My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start roll. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling. I mean, Jada's kind of like a husband out here from the 1950s. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stay with my poor wife, but I'm also gonna run all around town. Not gonna show her any love and affection while she tries to cling to my heart. And who gives a damn about how she feels? And so, of course, the whole separated since 2016 arc was kind of the big bombshell. But then this morning they put out the clip where she addresses Will slapping Chris at the Oscars, which at this point seems like it was at least like 5 years ago. Will then went on a profane tirade warning Chris not to mention his wife's name. Jada couldn't believe what she was hearing. What is going on? Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife, in a long time. Ooh, I'm like, what is going on right now? I wife's name out of your mouth, right? So now Jada is saying, I didn't even want Will to do that shit. She is becoming more like the man in the relationship with every single interview. She's like, you need to sit your ass down and calm down. Like, have y'all ever been with a girl like that, or one of your boys have a girlfriend like that where y'all try and go out and she's like trying to cause problems, get into fights with other girls, and you're gonna have to end up now fighting this group of guys that's with this girl? And you're like, dude, you need to calm your girlfriend down. What viewers did not see at the time, while Oscar clips were being shown, was Chris Rock leaning over the stage to talk to Jada. And Chris looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm. Now, I'm just out of it because I really worried about what's Will doing. He's just sitting there and Will's still talking. Because now he's mad because Chris is talking to me. And I go, Chris, this is about some old shit. And I couldn't really take in his apology. And we have to acknowledge that the reason, at least I believe, that Will did this after reading his book is that it was actually just more of kind of a knee-jerk reaction that's actually based more in his childhood. Because if you read his book, he talks a lot about how a lot of times he looks in the mirror and sees a coward. And the reason that he feels this way is because growing up, he would see his father beating on his mother. And even though he was just a kid at the time who was pretty much powerless, he always felt bad for never stepping in and telling his dad to stop. And it's almost like he would just freeze up while his other siblings actually would try to help his mom out. And so that's why he said even as a man, even after he had all these accomplishments, kind of got everything he wanted in life, he would still look in the mirror and see this coward. So I'm sure when that moment went down, especially in front of such a big group of people, it was almost like a PTS thing, and he just not only had to say something, but completely see red and go up there and slap the man. Like I've told you guys this, to me, Will is pretty much an icon. He stars in one of my favorite sitcoms of all time, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Growing up, he was one of the biggest action stars out there. I always look forward to watching his different movies. But I think it's kind of gotten to the point where I can't really feel that bad for him anymore. And so a lot of people are speculating that this old shit she was talking about when she says, like, I'm sorry, Chris, Will was just mad about this old shit, is actually this, okay? They say Jada Pinkett Smith reveals that Chris Rock once asked her out amid Will Smith divorce rumors. He called me and basically he was like, I'd love to take you out. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, aren't you and Will getting a divorce? I was like, no, Chris, those are just rumors. He was appalled and he profusely apologized, and that was that. Either way, guys, it is crazy to me that she's come out with all this information about the separation and also how she was pretty much embarrassed by Will's actions that night, that she was surprised to be called his wife, and that she pretty much felt like he needed to calm down like an angry girl in the club, while this man is out here fighting for his life. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this update down below. The embarrassment of Will Smith seems like it's never really gonna come to an end. But as always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Super.